solemn day. Today marks, as you all know, 1 year of horrific suffering and violence in Sudan. Today marks a year of the war that has created the biggest internal displacement crisis in the world and one of the worst hunger crises that we've seen. This war has forever changed and destroyed the lives of too many Sudanese children. Millions of children don't have enough food to eat or water to drink, and they haven't gotten their essential vaccines. 1 in 3 Sudanese children can't go to school right now. And pretty soon, it's likely that no child will be able to go to school in Sudan. That leaves them vulnerable to displacement, to recruitment by armed groups, to sexual violence. Honestly, every time I think about this, I'm heartbroken. No child should have to go through this. 3 weeks ago, I was in Eastern Chad with Senator Cory Booker and Congresswoman Barbara Lee. We were the first members of Congress to visit with Sudanese refugees at the Chad-Sudan border since the start of the war. We heard horror stories about entire villages that fled Sudan and came to Chad, leaving because violence and lack of food. We heard stories about the RSF coming to villages, committing sexual violence and killing people. I have been to a number of refugee camps in my life. I think I have never seen kids as traumatized as the kids I saw in these refugee camps. It was clear that they were still carrying this heavy trauma, trying to process it and heal while trying to survive in the refugee camps. We can't look away. We can't ignore this crisis. We can't pretend this isn't happening. We have a responsibility, all of us, to stop this suffering and ensure that there's justice and accountability for these crimes. That's why I'm calling on RSF and SAF both to lay down their arms and stop the fighting. And I have also been calling on, and we all need to do more, to call on the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, to stop funding the RSF, which has only prolonged this war and made it more deadly. And once we finally get the violence to end and the humanitarian assistance in, we need to make sure that we pursue justice and accountability so that we can stop this cycle of violence and ensure healing for the Sudanese people to move forward. Even after witnessing and experiencing such unimaginable traumas, the Sudanese people that I met with had incredible strength. They had hope for the future. You know, I was in Darfur in the summer of 2022, and I think about the children I met there all the time. I wonder if they've survived this horrific war, if they're safe, if they made it out. That's why we cannot give up. We can't walk away, and we cannot abandon them.
That's right.
I will keep fighting for the future of Sudan, and I know that all of you will too.
Yes.
So thank you all so much for being out here and for everything you do.